Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests, and welcome to the Rotary Club of Gainesville meeting at the Cade Museum. Please silence your cell phone, and if you're watching on YouTube, please register your participation by sending an email to info@rotarygainesville.org. And now, please join us with Pete Enwall for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. We clap for everybody else. Okay, so before we do the pledge, we're abbreviating the introductions today. But I just wanted to tell you that Mrs. Claus went up to Santa and said, "Santa, what is the weather look like for Christmas Eve?" And Santa said, "No rain, dear." Would you join me in pledging allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pete. Up next with our invocation, Lori Vidal.
Let's pray together. We come to this invocation today with a spirit of festivity in the midst of a season of celebrating so many things. We are thankful for the many blessings you've provided for all of us here today. And we are thankful for the way you have providentially led some to create a vehicle to bring blessings to so many in need in another country where the needs are so great. Thank you for all that has taken place to put together Sustainable Cambodia. And thank you for the way this project has been able to bless so many in serious need. Guide us now as we express our spirit of thankfulness through our commitment to continue to give and bless others through this incredibly effective medium. Continue to open our hearts now to the needs of others so we can address a specific need by what we are about to do. I pray in your name, amen.
Thank you, Lori. And now at this time, we want to recognize the December birthdays. Pete's going to come back up and sing happy birthday. If your birthday's in the month of December, please bring your dollar to President Linda. And as a reminder, this is for our Reading Safari program. Birthdays for the month: Hawes Adams, Phil Ankrum, Keith Balcom, Yvette Carter, John Cousins, Jim Craig, Steve Elder, Hugh Eubank, Ian Fletcher, Wilbur Holloway, Courtney Pache, Anne-Marie Rogers, Kent Walker, Naomi Williams, and Scott Winsler. Happy birthday. And Brendan shortly.
Okay, we're going to have to sing Acapulco today because Gordon's not with us. So is everybody ready to sing happy birthday? Say, yes, we are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, fellow Rotarians. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Good job.
Good job to you too, Pete. Thank you as always for helping us out. And now, without further ado, please help me welcome our president, Linda Reinhardt, to the podium.
All right, we have so much going on. I'm going to get through this quickly. I'm going to handle all the announcements for today. First of all, I want to start off reminding everybody, Bread of the Mighty food drive is, we're starting that. So remember, next week you can bring your canned goods or you can make a donation, and we're hoping to meet our goal of 36,000 meals this year. Also a reminder, Seafood Spectacular, that's this week, this Thursday, 2 more days. Get your tickets. Let Dwight know if you can help. We're still looking for volunteers. There are sign-up sheets for the wine bar on your table. Kirk still needs help in the kitchen. It's a beautiful day out there, and obviously during the day we'll need help with setup. So let Dwight know if you can help up, but please, please, please get your tickets. Also remind everybody, at next week's meeting, we will be doing the voting on our board members. So please be ready for that. We'll be selecting the board for the next Rotary year. And then the last announcement, before I turn it over to Richard Allen to get the show going, is our holiday party. Reminder is on the 19th. Sign-up sheets are on your table for that as well. Please, we really need to know if you're going to be bringing children or guests so we can plan appropriately. Ryan's putting together some fun activities, and he wants to be prepared for any children that are coming. So please let us know on that. With that, it's time for the show, so I'm going to turn it over to Richard Allen.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. It's just a really, really sweet day, and it's this is every year this is a wonderful event, and thank you all. Thank you to everybody on the Sustainable Cambodia Committee who's worked really hard to get the silent auction items together, and everybody that donated silent auction items, and especially everybody that donated live auction items. Just a reminder, everybody knows the Sustainable Cambodia story. I just want to say that in your hearts, I can promise that you are joined today by the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids in the schools over there, and by their families, and by our Sustainable Cambodia team. All of them, they know that this is happening, and they're part of this. The programs there, as you know, just are life-changing. You can imagine we're all sitting here with this beautiful drink and this beautiful food, and over there, in many cases, you've got villages that have no water at all, no sanitation, no latrines. And trying to subsist on rice farming. And after 5 or 6 years of help from us, from all of you, they have a completely different quality of life. I wish I could take each and every one of you on one of the trips over there. In fact, you'll have little cards about going on a trip, so please pick one of those up and think about going on a trip with us. You will wind up going to some of the graduate villages that have been in the program for 5 or 6 years, and you'll be amazed. You'll kind of want to move to their village because it's that sweet. And they're so celebratory about it because they know how important this is. So thank you for everything that you've done in the past. Thank you for everything that you're doing today. The silent auction items are going to be going until 12:30. So please, when you're done eating, if you get a chance, get up and take a look at those silent auction items and see if there's something in there that you wouldn't like to bid up some. There are some amazing baskets over there. And of course, our sewing area over here, if you get a chance to visit that, these are produced by, a lot of the goods over here are produced by the sewing team, who also does the Days for Girls program in Cambodia, which is super important, keeping girls in school. Really great stuff. Also opportunities to give a well, to give bikes for the kids. Just lots and lots of opportunities over here. And we are going to start the live auction at 12:15, and it's 12:15. And our auctioneers, everybody knows Ben. And also dressed in yellow today is Art, who's going to assist Ben with the auction today. And just deeply grateful for Ben being able to make this trip over today. And with that, I think we're in the next minute or two, we will get started on the live auction. And like I say, if you would, while the live auction is going, go through the silent auction over here, take a look at things, be sure somebody didn't outbid you because they'll have done it. All right. Thanks, everybody.
8.5, when you get 75, when you get 900, when you get 9.25, 9.5, and 75, and a $1,000 bid. At 1,000, when you get 1,500, when you get 2,000, when you get 25, when you get 30,000, when you get 35, $5,000, Davis. Thank you. You're the man. It's good to see everybody. We're going to have another good time today, as we've always had at this auction for close to 20 years. Yeah. And we appreciate your participation. It takes 3 things to make a great auction. It takes great items, and we have them. It takes people with great hearts and open their wallets, and we have them. And it takes a great auctioneer. And that's the reason I brought Art. Art owns the antique mall down at Micanopy, and he has an auction house too, and he does a fantastic job. He's been a friend, and he's going to help do a lot of the bid calling, because he's not personally able to do all of it. So I'm going to do a little bit of it. Art's going to do some of it. We're going to have a good time. And how many people have been to one of these auctions before? Can I see a show of hands? That's good. They voted. Yeah, that's right. I like the way you think, Chip. How many people, this is the first auction of this type you've been to? Can I see a show of hands? Okay. How many people don't care either way? Won't include everybody. All right, we're going to get started, and just hold your hand up if you want the item, and we'll tell you when to take it down, and then we'll tell you how much you paid for it. Beautiful deal. Easy to do. All right, so we have the first item here. Jenny, you have the first item. First item is Spurs gift basket, organized by Rotarian David Gracie. The Spurs gift basket with Steve Spurs signed visor. That's very valuable. Yeah. He's been known to have one or two. Signed helmet, keychain, Spurs gift card. We have a basket that David can show. And what do you want to get started at? How much? Who wants to give 500 to start off with the basket? Who'll give 500 to go? Who'll give 500? I'm going to give 500. I'm going to give 500. I'm going to give 500. Who'll give 400? Who'll give 300? You don't have to take the visor. It's okay. The gift card, David, how much is the gift card? 50. 50 for the gift card is the value. How much you want to start off with, Davis? Get me started. You want to give 100 to go? 100. Thank you. 100 and a half. 100, would you give 1 and a half? 100, would you give a half, half, 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 and now 2. 1 and a half, and now 2. 1 and a half, would you get 200, 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 would you get 2? I'm at 150, would you give 2? 150, would you give 200, would you get 200, now 2 and a half. 200, would you get 2 and a half? 200, would you give a half, half, 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 would you give a half? I'm at 200, would you give a half? 200, would you give a half? 200, would you give a half, half, would you give a half, half, would you give a half? Would you give a half? Anybody else give a half? I have sold it. $200. I'm going to turn it over right now to Art and sell a few items.
All right, 2 things right out of the gate. I'm not as flashy as Ben. I'm going to get that squared away. And I think you've got a few years on me doing this too. But welcome. Glad everybody showed up today. Raised some money for the Cambodia project. And thank you. Thank Ben for allowing me to be here with you guys. Our second one is an inshore fishing trip organized by Rotarian Ed Elliott. And is Ed here? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Hello. Um, Always enjoyable to support a project or two one has interest in and have fun in the process. Last year's auction winner, Rotarian Kurt Klein of the trip I had donated, had his daughter Mackenzie join us. A delight to see father-daughter fishing team, and a shout out to Mackenzie and her parents. Just last week, she was recognized on TV 20 as an Oak Hall School Scholar Athlete of the Week, an outstanding young lady and a skilled angler too. Fishing report from last year's trip. Kurt started us off quick with a nice red fish, 1/8 inch too short. Fortunately, Kirk had been fishing a little bit, and he understood when the captain threw the fish back. A slow fishing stretch thereafter, yet fortunately, we had Mackenzie along, and she caught a nice legal 22-inch redfish. We shifted to trout fishing and had action yet small trout. Kurt did catch a legal 17-inch trout. We added a couple more legal trout and called it a day. Side note, Kirk and Mackenzie both caught eligible entries for the Coastal Conservation Association Florida Star Summer Family Tournament, yet luck of the draw after the tournament on Labor Day, they did not win a prize. That said, I must share that my grandson, Noah, luck of the draw, he's 10 years old, won first place in the youth division, a $25,000 college scholarship. Funded by the Florida prepaid program. His parents and grandparents, needless to say, were quite pleased. So this trip this year can be from any of the Big Bend area ports, probably out of Cedar Key, and would be delighted to take anyone. All I will assure you is the captain will try his best. No guarantees about what we will catch. Thank you. You bet.
Thank you, Ed. For those of you who have fished the Cedar Key area, it's fantastic out there when the trout and the redfish are biting. Unfortunately, I don't get to go out there doing as much. Who wants to start us off on this one here? 600 is where? 666, bid of 6, bid of 6, bid of 6, bid of 6. I've got right there, I've got 6, now 6.5. 6 now, were you bidding 6? Got you. 6 now, 6.5, 6.5. Anywhere, anybody at 6.5, 6.5. Guys, a fishing trip of a lifetime. You can catch cobia in addition to trout, everything else. I got 6 now, 6.5, 6.5. Anywhere, anybody, 6.5, 6.5. Anywhere, anybody, 6.5. Going once.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It takes 2 people to have an auction. We gotta have another bidder.
I got 6 now, 6.5, 6.5. Anywhere,
Maureen-
anybody at 6.5.
Maureen
I
on
got
Zoom,
6.5 now,
6.5.
7. 7. I got 6.5 over here now, 7. 7. Anywhere, anybody at 7. 6.5 now, 7. 700. 700 where? Anywhere, anybody at 7. I got 6.5 now, 7. 7, 7, bid of 7, bid of 7. Anywhere, anybody at 7. Where? I got her. I got her at 6.5. Now 7. 6.5 now, 7. 7. Where? Where's 7? Who's the ball in it? Yep, there we go. Got him at 7. 7.5. 7.5. I got him at 7. 7.5. 7.5. 7. You sure? It's only $50. I got 7 now. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. I got 7 seated. 7.5. Anywhere, anybody at 7.5? 7 now. 7.5. 7.5. Who's 7.5? I got him at 7. 7.5. Anybody at 7.5? Going once. Going twice. Sold. $700. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey guys, make sure you do the silent auction. It's going to be closing in about 5 minutes, okay? Our next auction item is a week on Crescent Beach, organized by Rotarian Richard Allen. Spend a week on beautiful Crescent Beach in this oceanfront condo that sleeps 6 and comes with 2 parking spots. Somebody start me off on that one. How about $1,000? 1,000 where? 1, bid of 1, bid of 1, bid of 1, bid of 1. Anywhere, anybody? $1,000? For a week at Crescent Beach, guys. 2 parking spots. Condo, sleep 6, bring your friends. Even if you don't like them, you put them in the other room. $1,000 is where? 1, bid of 1, bid of 1. How about 800? 800. 888, bid an 8, bid an 8, bid an 8. Week on Crescent Beach. There's no hurricane coming. We're good. 800. 888, bid an 8, bid an 8, bid an 8, bid an 8. Where do you want to go on this? Ben said we're going to go down to $500. 5 is where? 5, but I got 500, now 5.5. 500, now 5.5. 5.5. 5.5. Anywhere, anybody at 5.5? I got him at 5. I got 5.5. Now 6. I got 5.5 on that side. Now 6. 6, 6. I got 6. 6.5. 600. 6.5. 6.5. I got 600 now. Where? I got 6.5. Got you. 700. I got 6.5 over here. Now 7. 6.5. Now 7. 7. Anywhere, anybody at 7? 6.5. Anywhere at 7. I got 7. Now 7.5. 7.5. Anywhere at 7.5. Now 8. 800. You sure? It's only $50. 7.5. Now 8. 7.5. Now 8. 8 is where? 8, 8, 8, bid an 8, bid an 8. $750, $800, nothing for a week on Crescent Beach in a nice condo with 2 parking spots. Plus, think of all the food you can eat. I got 7.5, now 8. 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8? I had 8. Now 8.5. 8, 800, 8.5, 8.5. I got 8.5, now 9. 8.5, now 9. 9, 9, 9, bid a 9, bid a 9, bid a 9. Anywhere, anybody at 9? I got 8.5, now 9. 9. Anywhere, anybody at 9? It's $50 is all it is. I got 8.5, now 9. 8.5, now 9. 9, 9, 9, bid a 9, bid a 9, bid a 9. Going once. I got 900, 9.5, 9.5. I got 900, I got 9.5, now 1,000, 9.5, now 1,000, 1,000. Anywhere, anybody at 1,000? 9.5, now 1,000. Somebody in the back there put their hand up talking to somebody. I thought they did. I got 9.5, now 1,000. 9.5, now 1,000, 1,000. Anywhere, anybody at 1,000? Going once. Going twice. 1,000. Sold $950, $950. Thank you very much. Bow to the gentleman seated right there.
Oh, Doug Wilcox.
All right.
Doug Wilcox.
You only got a couple more minutes for the silent auction closes, folks, so get your bid in. Don't let it slip by you, okay? We've got a turkey hunt organized by Rotarian David Gracie. The next item is a turkey hunt donated by Florida Outdoor Experience. This is a guided hunt with catered meals. The guides have years of experience chasing mature gobblers, and you are likely to encounter multiple long birds. Is David here? David, where does the hunt take place? Levy County? Okay. If you've ever hunted turkeys, for those of you coming from a long list of hunters, they are an elusive bird. It takes a very experienced guide to get you there if you ever want to go get a good one, especially with one of the big gobblers with a nice long beard. Okay. Start off $500. 5 is where? 555 for the turkey hunt. 5 is where? 555. Remember, they feed you too. Probably feed you turkey. 500 is where? 555, bit of 5, bit of 5, bit of 5, bit of 5. I got 500, now 5.5. 500, now 5.5. 5.5. 5.5. Anywhere, anybody at 5.5? I got 500 here, now 5.5. For a guided tour, guys, $550 is no money for that. I mean, that's an easy one. So I got 500 seated, now I need 5.5. 5.5 is where? I got 5.5. Let us know if you shoot a big one, okay? I got 5.5, now 600. 5.5, now 600. 6 is where? 6, 6, 6, bit of 6, bit of 6, anywhere. I got 600, now 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. This could be a hunt of a lifetime. I got 600, now 6.5. 6.5. Anywhere, anybody at 6.5? 600, now 6.5. 6.5. Anywhere. Remember, this is going to a good cause, and you get to eat turkey afterwards. 600. I got 6.5, now 7. 600. I got 6.5, now 7. I got 700, now 7.5. 7.5. Anywhere, anybody at 7.5? 7.5, now 800. 800. 800, now 850. 850. 850. 850. 850. All right, 850. 900. 900. I got 900, now 9.5. 9.5. That was yes? 900, now 9.5. 9.5. Anywhere, anybody at 9.5? 900, now 9.5. 9.5. Anywhere, anybody at 9.5. 900, now 9.5. 9.5. Anywhere, anybody at 9.5? Going once. Going twice. Last chance to get a turkey. Sold. David. Yeah. All right. The silent auction is now closed. It's 12:30. Where's Lynette? There we go. All right, here we go. The 6th item organized by Rotarian Margaret Combs. This item is a highly prized by this club as Rotarians Margaret and Dana's daughter, Marcia, will come near home and prepare a gourmet meal for 6. Margaret, did you want to say anything about that? No? Okay. You want? Margaret and Dana. Yeah, I just told him silent auction's now closed. I was calling for you. Come on up, you can tell them a little bit about it.
Well, this is 3 generations. We've cooked together for a number of years, and while Dana and I are amateurs, Marcia is a culinary graduate. What we'll do is provide whatever is required, needed, and wanted by the buyer for a lovely dinner for 6. Everything included we will take care of. and we look forward to having a really good time, whoever buys it, with their guests, and a great meal.
Ben and I should be invited to that, by the way, whoever wins it. 500 is where? 555 bit of 5 bit of 5, 500 where? For a nice dinner for 6 people. They prepare everything with a chef. Who in here watches Bobby Flay? You got somebody like that coming to your house. There you go. 500 is where? 555 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5. I got 5 now, 550. 5 now, 5.5. 5 now, 5.5. 5.5. Anywhere, anybody? 5. I got 5.5 now, 6. 5.5 now, 6. 600 is where? Anywhere, anybody, anywhere. They have a chef come into your home and prepare you dinner. 6 is where? I got 5.5 now, 6. 6. Anywhere, anybody, anybody? 6. 5.5 now, 6. 6. 6. I got 6 now, 6.5. I had him at 5.5. 5.5 now, 6. 5.5 now, 6. 6. Anywhere, anybody at 6. I got 5.5 over here. I got 6. 6.5, sir. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5 now, 7. 700. I got 7 now, 7.5. 7.5. Anywhere, anybody, anybody at 7.5. I got 700 over here now, 7.5. 7.5. Anywhere, anybody 7.5. 7.5 now, 8. 800 now, 850. 800 now, 850, 850, 850. I got 800 over here now, 850, 850 now, 9, 9. I got 9 now, 9.5, 9.5, 900, 9.5, 1,000, 1,000. I got 1,000, 1050, 1050, 1,050, 1,050. You in 1,050? 1,100, 1,100. 11 is where? 1,100, 1,100. Now 11.5, 11.5, 11.5. Anywhere ready? 11.5. 1,100 over here now, 11.5, 11.5. Anywhere, anybody, anybody? 11, 11.5. Now 12. 1,200 is where? I got 11.5 now, 12. 12. Anywhere, anybody, anybody? 12. Anywhere, anybody at 12. 11.5 now, 12, 12, 12. Bit of 12, bit of 12, bit of 12. Anywhere, anybody at 12. 11.5 now, 12. You're going to have a chef come into your home, cook for 6 people. Probably the best meal you'll ever have, you know? And clean, and they're cleaning up. Oh my gosh, I mean, come on. 11, that's worth 11.5 right there. 11.5 now, 12, 12. Anywhere, anybody at 12, 12. Anywhere, anybody at 12? I got him. 11.5 now, 12. 11.5 now, 12. 12, 12, 12. Bid 12. Or is she bidding? You raise your hand. You be careful. I'll take a bid on you. You better sit on that hand. You almost had a catered dinner. I got 11.5 now, 12. 12. Anywhere, anybody, anybody at 12? Going once. We're your gourmet chef. Going twice. Sold $1,150. All right, our 8th item, 7th item organized by Rotary and Billy Dodd. Like the water skiing too? Well, here's the party for you and 15 of your favorite people. You get to spend a wonderful day on Lake Geneva skiing with up to 15 of your family and friends. This includes lunch. So nice ski time there. We are the water state. We have a ton of water here. Lake Geneva happens to be a very nice lake. Somebody start me off on this one here. 500 is where? 555 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5 for an entire day of skiing and tubing on the lake.
All your friends.
15. Yeah, I don't think I know 15 people. 5 is where? 555 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5. 500. Anywhere, anybody at 500. Come on, guys. 7th on the lake. 15 people on Lake Geneva skiing with up to 15 of your family and friends. 500 is where? 555 bit of 5 bit of 5 bit of 5. Let's get this thing started.
Billy here.
Billy here? Apparently not. 400 is where? Let's do 400. Come on, 4, bit of 4, bit of 4, bit of 4. Anywhere, anybody at 400? 400 for 15 of your friends with lunch. It'd cost you that much just to feed them if you had to take them to a restaurant. That includes McDonald's. 400 is where? 4, bit of 4, bit of 4, bit of 4. Anywhere, anybody at 400. $400, 15 of your friends ski and tube. Remember, this goes to a really good cause, guys. Day on the water, day on the lake. 400 is where? Let's try 300, get this rolling. 3 is where? 3, bit of 3, bit of 3, bit of 3, bit of 3. Anywhere, anybody at 3. 300 is where? Nobody likes water? 300 is where? 3, bit of 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 3. Want to go to 2 and try it? I got 200. Ben's taking a 2. I got 2.5. Now 300. I got 2.5 seated. Now 3. 2.5 now 3. 2.5 now 3. 3, bit of 3, bit of 3, bit of 3. Anywhere, anybody at 3. 2.5 now 3. Anywhere, anybody at 3. 3, bit of 3, bit of 3. Anywhere, anybody at 3. 3. I got 300. Now 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. I got 300 up here. Now 3.5. 3.5. Anywhere, anybody at 3.5. 300. Now 3.5. 3.5. Anywhere, anybody at 3.5. 3.5. Anywhere, anybody at 3.5. Going once, going twice. I got 300, now 3.5. Sold to Colleen. Thank you very much. Okay, this is one of my favorite cities to visit. We have a St. Augustine vacation organized by Rotarian Sarah Owens. Beautiful condo vacation at St. Augustine Beach at Ocean Villa. This is a 2-story townhouse style condo with ocean views from the 2 private balconies. The first floor features a living and dining combo, a fully stocked kitchen, full bathroom, laundry room, and a private balcony off of the living area. The second floor has a primary bedroom with a king bed and access to the second private balcony, a secondary bedroom with 2 twins and another full bathroom. Other features include wood-looking flooring throughout, ceiling fans, 3 cable TVs, and a full-size washer and dryer. The complex has a beachside 0-entry pool and a second pool surrounded by a tropical lagoon with koi fish and turtles. The lagoon pool is heated during the winter months. Sounds like a sandal resort instead of a condo and beach here at St. Augustine. St. Augustine's one of the nicest places. You want this one? St. Augustine's a nice one. Go ahead.
I just want to say there's going to be a test at the end of this, and you need to know all these items by heart.
How many bedrooms? Sarah here, because it doesn't say. I know there's 2. There's a king bed and 1 first floor. How many? What is it, 2 bedroom? 2 bedroom. Oh, there you go, 2 bedrooms. There we go. It's up above me. St. Augustine, if you haven't been there recently, I mean, their winery's nice, their distillery they've put in, a lot of the old town down there. It's a beautiful area. It's really nice. Starting off at $1,000. 1,000 is where? 1 bid of 1 bid of 1 bid of 1. Anywhere, anybody 1 bid of 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 1. How about $800? Get me started on this one, guys. 8 is where? 8 bid and 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 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8. 800. I got 8 now, 8.5. 8 now, 8.5. 8.5. Anywhere, anybody at 8.5. It's no money for a week in St. Augustine at this condo I just described. 8 now, 8.5. 8.5 is where? 8.5 is where? 8.5. Who's bid? I got you. 8.5. I can't hear you. It's a week.
$1,000 from Dink.
I got 1,000 now, 1050. 1,000 now, 1050. 1050. Anywhere, anybody? 10. I got 1050 now, 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. I got 1050 standing. 1,100. 1,100 is where? 11. 11 bid 11. Anywhere, anybody? 11. It's only $50, guys. I got 1050 now, 11. 1050 now, 11. 11 is where? I got 11 now, 11 and a half. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. I got 1,100 over here. 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody? Anybody? 11 and a half. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody? 11 and a half. I got 1,100 seated and 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody? 11 and a half. For a week in St. Augustine, you got 3 TVs, washer, dryer, tropical lagoon with the koi fish. You can look at the fish if nothing else. You know what I mean? I got 11 now, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody, 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody, 11 and a half. I got you at 11. 11 now, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. Anywhere, anybody, 11 and a half. Going once. Visit the oldest city in the United States. Going twice. Sold to the gentleman right there. Thank you, sir. This next one's a nice one. I'm just going to remind all the men in here, Christmas is right around the corner. We got a double-strand pearl necklace. This was organized by Richard Allen. These beautiful natural double-strand pearl necklace from Hyderabad, India, was donated by Akila. I'm going to mess this name up. I apologize. Akila Kudus and the Kaji Foundation. Pearls from Hyderabad have been coveted for centuries. The value of these pearls is $2,500. So we're going to start the bidding a little high. I do have a minimum bid on this because it's my understanding the Rotarians had to purchase these or make a donation or something. Somebody started me at $700 for the double beaded pearls. 7 is where? 7 bid of 7 bid. Guys, this is where you get to win points. I'm trying to help you out here. 7 is where? 7 is where? 7 bid of 7 anywhere, anybody at 700. 7 is where? Pearls go with everything. Okay, it's just like diamonds. They're a lady's best friend. 700 is where? Thank God my wife's not here. I'd be buying them myself. You know what I mean? 7 is where? 7 bid of 7 anywhere, anybody at 700. 600 one time. I got 600 now, 6.5. 6 now, 6.5. 6.5. Anywhere, anybody at 6.5. They're a beautiful set of pearls if you haven't seen them. I got 6 standing now, 6.5. 6.5. Anywhere, anybody at 6.5. 6.5. Anywhere. I got 6.5 now, 7. I got 6.5 over here now, 7. 700. 7 bid of 7. Anywhere, anybody at 7. I got 6.5 over there now, 7. I got 700 standing now, 7.5. 700 now, 7.5. 7.5. Anywhere, anybody at 7.5. I got 7.5. 800. I got 7.5 standing in the back. 800. 8 bid and 8 bid and 8 bid. It's only $50. Reward yourself. 7.5 now, 8. 7.5 now, 8. 8 is where? 8 bid and 8 bid and 8 bid and 8 bid and 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8?
Doug?
7.5 standing.
Your
8.
turn. Your turn, Doug.
I'm glad Ben knows everybody in here because I don't. 7.5 now, 8. 7.5 now, 8. 8 is where? 800. 8 bid and 8 bid and 8 bid and 8 bid and 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8? They're valued at $2,500. You're tripling your money here. I got 7.5 now, 8. 800 is where? 8 bid and 8 bid and 8. Anywhere, anybody at 800? 800, where's 800? Going once? Going twice? Sold to the gentleman standing back there. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This next one is an African photo safari. It's from the Zulu Nyala African Photo Safari, is another stable of the Rotary auction. We do have someone in the room who has gone before, and that is Jan Legner. Is Jan here? Where is she? Where is she? Jan, can you come up and tell a little bit about your experience, if you don't mind? While she's walking up, that says she loved it. The wonderful trip gives you 6 nights accommodation for 2 people at Zulu Nyala Heritage Safari Lodge. Meals are included, as well as 2 game viewing trips each day. Okay, the minimum bid for this trip is $2,000. I'm going to throw it right up front for you. And this is a trip probably one on your bucket list, trip of a lifetime.
This was never on my list at all, and somehow Ben egged me on, and I kept waiting for the shoe to drop. And my daughter and I flew from Atlanta nonstop to Johannesburg, and then the next morning we went over to the coast and they picked us up. We arrived at this reserve and had wonderful accommodations, like a first-class motel, and there was the food was delicious. We ate salads, we ate everything, and it was just fantastic. And then we went on 2 safaris a day. Luckily, we were on the 8 o'clock a.m. so we could eat breakfast first. There's a 6 o'clock also. And then in the afternoon, we went on another safari. So over a week's time, we just had met the nicest people. And of course, this is their way of getting clients. And so these are caring people that have donated to their clubs, and you know that whatever you bid, half goes to the Cambodia project and half goes to the safari. But it was a fantastic trip, and I'd recommend it to anyone.
Thank you, Jan. We have good news on this one. We can sell as many of these as we want. So I'm assuming each table wants to be represented by at least 2 or 3, right? Well, that's what Ben told me anyway. He said you guys are all going to step up to the plate. So the minimum bid for this trip is $2,000. 2 is where? I got 1, 2,000. Anybody else want to go? I got 1 gentleman over here at 2,000. Anybody else? 2, 2, 2. I got 2. Now, yep, I got 1 in the back. That's 2 people going. Make it a group tour. You know.
We have a $2,000 bid.
I got a 2,000 bid there. Or you? I got 2. I got 1 over here and 1 in the back there. The lady standing.
Yeah, bro.
You know. Yeah. Yes. I got 2. Now we need. Who's the 3rd person going to go? $2,000 is where? 2, 2, 2, bid of 2, bid of 2, bid of 2. But there we go. I got 3. Now 4. Now I need 4 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Anybody 1 more? Come on, make it a tour, guys. Everybody go. It's for 2 people. You're buying for 2 people. 6 nights. I had a friend of mine that went on one of these safaris, and he said it's not like National Geographic. When they tell you there's a lion laying over there, he goes, you got to look to find the joker. He says, because they spot them real quick, but they camouflage in really well. Got 3 people going now. Where's 4? 4 is where? 4, bit of 4.
What do you have, 2,300?
I got 2,000. 3 of them sold at 2,000. 3 at 2,000.
3 at 2,000.
3 at 2,000.
Let's let anybody.
Anybody wants? We got 3 people going at 2,000 each right now. Anybody else? Who's the 4th one? Anybody want to go for 2,000? I got 3 at 2,000. Who's the 4th person? 4 bid. I got 4 right there in the back. Now 5. Now I need another person. 5, bid of 5, bid of 5 at 2,000. You're taking 2 people, 6 nights on a safari in Africa. Are you in? I got right here, the young lady there. I got 5. Now I need 6 person. The 6th person who's going to go. $2,000 African safari. It'll be the trip of a lifetime. You'll be telling everybody about it. My friends that went, they're still talking about it.
With you.
Yeah.
If you need somebody,
and if you don't
let me know.
and if you don't like them, leave them. Leave them over there. All right, I got somebody there too. Yes, you can buy 2.
You can buy 2.
You want 2? I got 2 here. So that's 6. 6 people. 6 times 2,000. Now 7. Where's the 7th person? 7 is where? Anybody at 7. 7. Everybody at 7. Nobody wants to go to Africa to see the animals? 7 is where? Anywhere, anybody at 7. Think of all the animals you're going to see, things that you only see in a zoo over here in the United States, going to be roaming around wild in its natural element, natural habitat, with a experienced guard or guide. We need a guard too, make sure the lion doesn't chase you. Great food, great lodge, okay? 7 is where? 7, bit of 7, bit of 7, anybody else 7? Where's number 7 going to go? Number 7 is where? Anywhere, anybody at 7?
They're bidding $2,000.
Yep.
That's what, you hold your hand up now, you got $2,000.
2,000. 2,000, trip for $2,000. You got 7 people going. It's 14,000 you're raising for the Cambodia project. Half of it goes to them. Think about what that money can do and think about the trip you're going to have. 7 is where?
Yo, you want to go? You want to go again? There's no limit on that.
Piece of cake, go first class, drink your way there. International flights you can drink. We just got back from Italy, I know. 7 is where? 7 is where? Anybody at 7? You got 6 people going, $12,000 you guys just raised for the Cambodia project. One more person, let's make it a 14. 7 is where? 7 bit of 7 bit of 7, anywhere, anybody at 7. 7 is where? Anywhere, anybody at 7? All right, there we go. Number 7, there we go. Now we're stepping up to the plate. Okay, now I need to know what table is not represented so I can pick on you guys. Number 8 is where? Number 8 is where? 8, 8, 8, bit and 8, bit and 8. Come on, I need number 8. Who's number 8? Number 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8? Where's the lady that put her hand up earlier? Go ahead, do it again. It's all right. 8 is where? 8, 8, 8, bit and 8, bit and 8, bit and 8. Anywhere, anybody at 8? Well, want to close it? Many thanks to all 7 of you that have bought the tickets. We really appreciate it. You raised $14,000 for them. Going once, going twice. Thank you very much. Have a good day. You want to read that one?
Yeah. Thank you, Art. Great job. A gift of a cow, organized by Rotarian Nancy Hart. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Okay.
How are we going to do it, Richard?
Okay, so this is not exactly an auction, but it's nearly an auction. But I can't do it anywhere near the job that Ben would do auctioning something. But I think he could probably jump in and help as we're getting this started. What we're going to do is we're actually selling a cow, right? I mean, a cow. Okay.
The Gainesville livestock market has moved
It
to
has.
Cade Museum.
So the story behind this is that we have this the Animal Pass-On program with Sustainable Cambodia, and that's where village families organize into little self-help groups, and in that self-help group, a family gets gifted a cow, and then they pledge, and they will give the first calf from that cow to another family. That family, before they receive it, pledges they will do the same. The next family does the same, and you wind up with one cow helping an entire village ultimately. So it's just an astounding program. It's been really successful. We've been running it for 12 years. It's based on Heifer International. And a cow in Cambodia only costs $800. So what this is this is an opportunity for you to buy a cow, but we figured, you know, everybody, that's a little bit intangible. A cow, you're probably not going to take a cow home. So just to show you, we brought a cow here from Cambodia, and here comes the cow. Here comes the cow. Woohoo! These cows can be dangerous, you know, so keep your distance now. Nancy, you know how to ride that cow. Woo! So what we're going to do is, and Ben's going to help us with this, we're going to see who would like to first buy a cow, $800, and we've got little coupons we'll distribute to you. All you need to do is put up your hand and say, I'd like to buy a cow, and we'll bring a coupon over to you.
There you go. Who wants to? Bobby Hall buying the first cow. Thank you, Bobby. Who else do we have that wants a cow?
Look how cute that cow is.
That's a cute cow. I bu- I-
They can also buy part of it.
You can buy part of the cow.
Which part?
Which part? That could be important.
It could be important.
Don't buy them back. Let's,
So if
let's-
you don't have $800, you can spend. You can buy. You can and just put your hand up, and you'll get a little coupon. You can put the dollar amount you'd like to buy, and we'll sell you that part of a cow. All right.
Davis, you're a cow, man.
Who wants to buy a cow?
How about a cow? How about a cow for $800? Part of a cow. $800 buys a cow, though, right?
The families will wind up with that. Families will wind up with this cow, and it'll be life-changing. Maybe not for that.
Yeah. Want to get clear on that. All right. So $800 would buy
$800 the whole cow.
the whole cow.
They can also do $200,
Yeah.
$400, anything they want. Just get a coupon. We'll
Yeah.
put their name on it.
I think Ed Newman needs one around his air-conditioned shop. Keep the grass down. Yeah. Who wants to buy a cow? $800. Goes over to support their operation of having more cows, and pretty soon you have a herd. Yeah. We're Nancy out here. Anybody want to do $800 for a cow? Anybody want to do a part of a cow? The best part. We have Dink. You want two? 200. Dink wants 200. Thank you, Dink. Who else wants in? Doug Wilcox. In your back, you want to? Okay. Coach? Okay. Mike wants to. And I'm going to get my children to loan me 200, and I'm going to pledge 200. Anybody else? $200. 200. Okay. Who else? Nancy's going to buy the whole cow. All right. There we go. Anybody else? Anybody for 200 or more? There's no limit on how much you can give. Okay. All through, all done? Do you have anything else to sell today?
I don't think so.
Do you have any other business to come before this group? Okay. Oh, check out. Be sure and check out. It was important to bid, but it's as important to pay. Anyway, thank you. Thank Art Atkins for his auctioneering today. A great friend and a great auctioneer, and a daggone good businessman.
Thank you to Ben for being here today. It's just been really an incredible honor to have him be the auctioneer for us today, and to Art. Thank you, Art, and thank you, Ben. Thank you, everybody, for everything that you've done today. And I'm going to turn it back over to Linda.
All right, thanks. I like the words of thanks. We have such a wonderful club and so many wonderful people here that are giving to help this great organization. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As Elena said, please be sure to check and see what you've won, and be sure to check out before you leave. Just want to remind you guys, next week we have Brian Joes with the UF Performing Arts to come and talk to us about the spring lineup for the UF Performing Arts. And don't forget Seafood Spectacular. Rotary Reading Safari drawing today is 137. 137 is the winning number. And with that, the meeting is adjourned.